Yeah. Welcome to the Mark Marcus Show.
Yo, this your boy Mark Marcus. Welcome to Double MTV, man. Listen, before we start, right, I want to thank everybody that's been subscribing, everybody that's been hitting the comments and all that, bro. It's been crazy, bro. It's been a wild ride. We are hightailing it to 1,000 subs, so I just want to let y'all know I appreciate it. Now let's get to this video. This boy Tyrese has been catching the blues, bro. Like, for real. You know what I mean? I remember when he got with old girl. And again, this ain't got nothing to do with his ex-wife. I'm just saying. I remember the boy was on cloud 9. And now he pretty much saying old girl got with him because, you know, who he was. And she trying to, you know what I mean, gain fame off of him and all that. And that's why I think for celebrities, it is very difficult for them to meet somebody and fall in love. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be crazy. And his trust issues are like crazy, you know what I mean? On both ends, you know, so let's see what's going on, man. I'm curious about this one. Let's go.
The highlight of my morning, every morning, was hearing my daughter, little hard bottom shoes hitting the wood floors. And the door would slide open and she would go.
I was talking to somebody else in the meantime.
And it's always worse when kids are involved, for real.
With this relationship.
And I never cheated, no physical domestic violence, no side chick, no infidelity, nothing.
I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to be, I wasn't ready for that yet.
The ongoing feud between Tyrese Gibson and his ex-wife has taken a new turn as the actor confronts her over
I mean, I don't know, it looked like she got a boob job or something. I'm just saying, I ain't checking her out like that. I'm just saying, bro.
Allegations of leaving him financially devastated and without custody of their child. The conflict has escalated further with Gibson's revelation that his ex-wife Samantha entering into their marriage primarily for monetary gain. As this dispute continues to unfold, deeper layers of their relationship and its aftermath are coming to light. Let's just get started to investigate what Tyrese has to say now.
It's my truth. And I'm gonna speak my truth, and you're never gonna shame me. See, what happens is when you stop the black man from speaking his mind.
In a recent statement, Tyrese Gibson opened up about his divorce in 2020, asserting that throughout the legal proceedings, he reached a profound realization. According to Gibson, his ex-wife Samantha Lee's primary motives in their relationship were centered around the wealth and status he possessed. Tyrese said, "I left the courtroom during a divorce trial, and I realized it was never love." He said that instead, it was just a transaction. He went on to add, "Wow, we did whole marriage and the child just to find out it was all about money and status." This wasn't the initial instance of him making such allegations about their past relationship. In February this year, Tyrese also took to Instagram to share a message directed at his ex-wife. He wrote, "Samantha, I don't think you ever loved me. Impossible." He had also previously expressed his emotions regarding the outcome of their custody dispute. In this legal battle, Tyrese was mandated to provide $10,000 per month in child support. He wrote on Instagram, "Samantha really thought she pulled it off," adding, "God don't like ugly." In the video, he shared more about his mental state, claiming that he was confused and in and out of depressions. Upon the disclosure of their intentions to divorce, Tyrese conveyed to his former spouse that he had become a better man in terms of his faith, friendship, and parenting due to her influence. He also included that he hoped that they would keep the possibility of reconciliation, as the divine force they both believe in can achieve the seemingly impossible.
Sound to me like he trying to hold on for the kid, for sure. And ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? Like, bro, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, all of this madness, it affects the kid at the end of the day. It gets crazy. I've been there.
That ain't gonna happen with me, baby. You know what I mean? Love is love.
The divorce between Tyrese and his wife Samantha Lee Gibson seems to be escalating into a contentious situation at a rapid pace. The actor, known for his role in The Fast and the Furious, and his wife are ending their marriage of only 3.5 years. Tyrese has taken to social media to share his emotional turmoil, and now Lee Gibson is opening up about the situation as well. She's revealed that she made every effort to mend their relationship before ultimately deciding to move on.
That's a part that just doesn't make sense to me at all. Why would a woman leave a situation, hypothetically?
Tyrese made a public announcement about the end of his almost 4-year marriage with Lee Gibson. The couple had a private wedding on Valentine's Day in 2017 and share a 2-year-old daughter. Taking to Instagram, Tyrese explained that he sees a challenge to Black families and that his marriage couldn't weather the difficult circumstances that unfolded in 2020.
I don't desire this woman at all. If I desired her, if I truly wanted to be back with this woman, even if Zelly didn't like it, I would say to Zelly, I love you.
As reported by TMZ, Lee Gibson initiated divorce proceedings by filing documents in October, which was 3 months prior to Tyrese's public announcement of their separation. However, this didn't prevent Lee Gibson from sending him birthday wishes recently. Tyrese also used social media to express his affection for Lee Gibson in a lengthy post. Despite presenting a united image to their online followers, it's clear that their separation is far from amicable. TMZ highlights that Lee Gibson has accused Tyrese of changing the locks at their shared residence, leading to her having to move out. Tyrese, on the other hand, refutes this claim and states that the reason behind their split was an argument during which Lee Gibson threatened to involve the police.
I made a choice, other people make other choices, and that's fine. I left everything to be with this person.
According to details from Lee Gibson's divorce papers, she's seeking $20,000 per month in child support for their daughter. Tyrese considers this amount to be excessively high and is seeking a court order to prevent its enforcement. Navigating the legal system is a challenging and emotionally charged endeavor for anyone. However, emotions tend to escalate even further in family court, where discussions revolve around the dissolution of marriages and the well-being of children. Tyrese Gibson has found himself deeply engaged in child support matters within an Atlanta courtroom over the past few months, contesting a judge's ruling. He asserts that his actions are not just about his personal situation, but a broader stance on behalf of fathers in similar situations.
With the kids that they co-created with that woman, there's real women out here, really out here stressed out, trying to figure out how to get by.
An Atlanta judge recently issued an order requiring Gibson to pay a sum of $636,000.
Damn.
Out of this amount, $237,000 is designated for his ex-wife as back child support, while the remaining balance is intended to cover her attorney fees. Additionally, Tyrese was found in contempt of court due to his refusal to comply with the $10,000 per month child support ruling established last August, retroactively applied from September 2020. In a conversation with TMZ, Gibson clarified that his resistance to these payments doesn't stem from an inability to meet them, but rather happens every day in the family law court system. Father have no rights, period. So the bigger the whooping that I get in court, the more it's going to shed light on what's been happening since the beginning of time. This is not about me. I will never not take care of my daughters, whether I'm with their mother or not. He further asserted that he would never...
Let me tell you something, man. I don't want to get crazy deep into this, but I've been through that whole child support thing, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, dads don't get no love at all, bro. Like, it's bad. You know, I had to track my whole situation down. It was tough. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna get into it, though. I ain't bitter. My shit over with. You know what I mean? So I'm good.
Neglect his responsibilities. He emphasized that it's not acceptable to label fathers as deadbeats when they're working hard, persevering, and going through various endeavors to provide for their families. This dedication might naturally result in their physical absence from their children. He pointed out that this circumstance could then be utilized against them in legal proceedings, particularly if the mother is more accessible and available than the father.
But you're not going to create all of this shit for yourself and then run around and play victim and try and project all this negativity.
It seems that Tyrese is of the opinion that he's being required to contribute beyond what he considers reasonable. He holds the belief that by persisting in challenging the court's decision against him, he can shine a spotlight on what he perceives as unjust treatment. Although he was slated to fulfill the payment by May 15th, and it appeared that he intended to lodge an appeal against the ruling and could potentially prolong the legal battle.
I was fine with all of the challenges and all the stuff that had happened, and I felt like we were all the way on the other side of everything.
According to Gibson, he asserts having the financial means to fulfill the judgment. However, his stance seems to be that throughout the time frame under consideration for the support payments, he was facing a lack of earnings due to either the global pandemic's impact on his work opportunities or the absence of ongoing film projects. Gibson's perspective is that the demand for such payments during that specific period constitutes an overreach of authority on the judge's part. He continued, and then when you don't have a job, when you're struggling and trying to pull it together independent of a pandemic, we get emasculated when we're at home and we're out of a job. So at the end of the day, we just pulled out the biggest light imaginable on him. His conduct, him literally making things up on the fly. What he did as a sitting judge is literally abuse of power, egregious in all of the above. Tyrese's sentiments are not unique in the context of fathers who believe they are receiving unfair treatment.
Oh, my man, time, bro.
Other notable figures on the spotlight have also tried to draw attention to what they view as injustice. Yet such efforts typically yield limited results. While this ongoing situation seems far from its conclusion, with Tyrese's determination to persist in his fight, achieving all his intended objectives appears improbable. However, his fans have been very supportive toward him. One of them wrote, he actually stated in court that if the roles were reversed, he would not be sitting in that family courtroom where his ex was cleaning him of his hard-earned money. Another wrote, I feel really bad for him. He tries to do the right thing and gets screwed over again. Also, men have to stop being blinded by lust. Take the time and get to know a woman beyond her shell and look into her soul, her spirit. Terrible spirits tend to live in beautiful shells. I believe something has happened to men where they've lost so much spiritual connection that they've lost the ability to get past the surface of the shell of a woman. According to Lee Gibson, she gained the knowledge of being a supportive friend and partner through a process of trial and error. Despite this, she expressed a sense of satisfaction in moving on from her marriage, as she believes she invested her utmost effort into it, and ultimately left Tyrese alone and childless, and also made him pay the custody.
Oh, man. This one here is it's a touchy one for me because, like I said, I've been there. I've seen the bitterness. I've had someone try to take my child away from me, and yeah, it is very difficult. You know what I mean? And the courts always feel like it's the daddy gotta pay. You know what I mean? And which at the end of the day, I ain't had no problem with paying, but treat me like, you know what I mean, like a man for real, like a father, you know what I mean? Like, she ain't make the baby by herself, but I digress. So I don't want to get off into it because I know y'all gonna try to eat me up in the damn comments. I don't want no damn problems. All right, listen, I appreciate everybody, bro, for hitting that like button because I know you just did. I know you just hit that like button, and I want to thank you for all the comments and everything, negative and the positive. It's all good. That's what this is about. We need to sit back. We need to chop it up and talk about this. If this is old news, I don't know. I ain't know nothing about it. So if y'all ever see me post something like this, and evidently I didn't know. Like, I don't know every damn thing that's going on in this world, but I just thought that this was interesting, and I wanted to see, you know what I mean, what they were talking about. So listen. This has been Double MTV. This your boy Mark Marcus. I catch y'all in the next one. Y'all already know this. Holla back.